In physics at E.L. Haynes, we believe in problem-based learning. Here's how this works in a perfect world. You have a student, and on Monday you cover Standard 1, and the student masters it. On Tuesday you cover Standard 2, and they master that too. And so on and so forth. These are the small prerequisite content that they need to solve a more complex real-world problem, which really shows that they understand material. Every day you cover a standard, and they master it. Until they are able to climb to the top of the pyramid and master the big complex problem. Here's what happens though in a class where not every student is like this one. You cover Standard 1 and they master it. You cover Standard 2, but that student wasn't here and they never make up that assignment. But then when they come back to class, you're covering Standard 3. There's a hole in their learning. Holes can develop for all kinds of reasons. Maybe a student breaks up with their significant other and so is not paying attention in your class. By the time they try Standard 6 or try to solve the complex problem, there's nothing for this standard to stand on. The big complex problem doesn't happen, and your student is clueless. How do we fix this problem that not every student masters every single piece of material at the same pace and on the same day? Well, we say, let's take all the material that students need to receive content and practice and assess on each of these standards and give it to them all at the beginning. And then students can proceed through content at their own pace. So 3 different students might master content at a very different rate. Notice here that after the end of this experiment, 2 students have finished the complex problem and our student in the middle has not. Instead of saying, sorry, you failed, your life is over, we get to spend our time thinking, how can we help this student master Standard 6? This is the idea that we tested this summer. What does competency-based progression do to improve students' understanding of complex problems and help them build confidence in their ability to work on problems and persevere through them because they're learning at their own pace?
Because I would have passed some physics, but I ain't come to school. But
First, Nico, could you talk to us a little bit about your experience during the school year with physics?
My experience on the school year with physics wasn't that great. It felt like in the regular school you had a lot of assignments to do and it had to be done on a particular day. So sometimes you be behind.
Oh, first off, what's your name?
Adriana.
Adriana. And what grade are you going into next year? Cool.
How is it possible for you right now, you're working on Standard 29, but there's someone else on Standard 26, and so how are you guys both working at the same time?
Donovan has this video lessons that is in Google Documents.
And whenever you felt you really needed help, did you feel like you got it pretty quickly, or?
Yes, when they showed me an example and then they talked to me, I got it.
Regular school year, I really wasn't focused. Me and Mr. Donovan didn't really have type of learning connection. I was kind of hesitant on asking questions when I was regular school year. If I knew I had a question, I would hesitate to ask. But now, I learned that if you ask a question, that could have been somebody else's question that they want to ask. So you helping out more than just one person. You helping out you and other people.
Going our own pace, and there's nobody rushing us.
Standards, that's one of my favorites. Standards is just, I know that I'm not rushed. I can just take my time, but don't take too much time.
On day 1, everyone started on standard 1. By day 2 of summer physics, there was an 8 standard spread between my student who was progressing the most quickly and my student who needed the most time. But I care about how much you master, not when you do it. And that's the beauty of using a competency-based curriculum.
Mr. Donovan has brought in these delicious snacks, and they've been here since first thing in the morning. And students are cranking so hard, they actually did not even stop. So right now students are given a 5-minute break, but just about every single student is continuing to work.
I think it's much better.
Yeah?
And helpful.
Is this the kind of thing you'd love to see parts of in the regular school year too, not just for the summer?
Yes.
How many standards have you mastered as of right now?
I'm on the lab 28 to 29 out of 33.
So, Rakita, tell me about your summer physics course. What was the format like? What was the experience like? Whatever you want to share.
I liked it because it was better than the school year.
What type of student would probably benefit from this format the most?
I think everybody.
I just want to say thank you because I passed physics.
Woohoo! Do you want to share your GPA? You don't have to.
A 2.6.
All right. What did you learn about yourself from this experience?
That if I pay more attention and concentrate on my work, I could get more work done.
So what do you think that's going to lead to next year? Like, what do you want to try to do for 10th grade coming up based on your experience
Get
here?
away from distraction and pay attention.
You know, I really wasn't as focused as I am now in summer physics. Maybe because it was, you know, the lack of effort I was put into it.
Because I thought I wasn't going to like it at first. But I turned out well.